Hello, good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our physics class once again. So, in this class, we'll learn about the magnetic properties of substances like what is meant by magnetic permeability, relative permeability, intensity of magnetization, intensity of magnetizing field or intensity of magnetic field, susceptibility. These are the some properties regarding to magnetic properties of the magnetic materials. We should know one by one what is the definition for each one and also what is the relation with another material or another physical property. So the first one is magnetic permeability. In electricity, we know very well permittivity, electricity low permittivity represented by epsilon naught. Permittivity means the ability of the medium which can allow the electric lines of forces is called permittivity, electric permittivity. In the same way here also magnetic permeability. Magnetic permeability means the property of the medium or the property of the magnetic material which can allow the magnetic lines of forces through it is known as the permeability. Means how extent a material or a magnetic substance allow the magnetic lines of forces through it. Suppose on compared with iron and wood, iron allow the maximum magnetic lines of forces through it, whereas wood does not allow the magnetic lines of forces through it. That's why permeability of iron is more than that of wood. So that's why magnetic permeability, it is the ability of the medium which can allow the magnetic lines of forces through it. Right? Next one, what is the definition, correct definition? Here, magnetic permeability. The magnetic permeability of a material is its ability to permit the magnetic lines of forces to pass through it. In general, permeability is represented by mu is equal to B by H, where B is equal to magnetic induction field and H is equal to magnetizing field. Right? Here, simply I will explain what is meant by magnetizing field and what is magnetic induction field. Suppose this is a uniform magnetic field. This is the uniform magnetic field. Here, let us imagine a small region. Here, this is a small region. Through this region, this is also one magnetic lines of force. So through this small region, how many number of lines of forces passing through the region? It is 1, 2. Only 2 magnetic lines of forces can pass through this imaginary region. In the same way, or in the same area, let us kept one iron rod. This is the magnetic induction field. Suppose iron rod is kept inside the magnetic field. After some time, the iron rod also gets magnetized. That means it has some north pole as well as south pole. It is the north pole and this is the south pole. Because after some time, this iron needle or the iron bar can be magnetized so that it behaves like a magnet. Magnet means it has 2 poles, north and south. So, if it is kept inside the magnetic field, it is magnetized such that this is a bar magnet. Again, in this bar magnet, magnetic lines of forces, they move from north to south outside the magnet and from south to north inside the magnet. Here also, this is the magnetic lines of force. Here what happens, the number of lines passing through the given same area increases. Number of lines increases means some magnetic property will be induced within the substance. So therefore, the magnetic property induced is known as the magnetic induction field. The external magnetic field which can induce the magnetic induction field is known as the magnetic field intensity. This is represented by H. So H means it is magnetizing field. Magnetize a substance. So an external field which can magnetize a material is known as the magnetizing field. Due to this magnetizing field, some magnetic property will be induced within the material, that is called as the induction field. Are you understand? So that is the difference between induced magnetic field as well as magnetizing field. Magnetize means it is a field required to magnetize a material. External field. Generally that is represented by H. Due to this, some induction will be there. Suppose what happened, the intensity of magnetization means intensity of the induction field within the material on increasing H. While increasing H, in the same region, more number of lines of force are passing through it. That means the intensity of the field inside the given material will also be increases on increasing H. Right now? That means the magnetic induction field within the material is represented by B and magnetizing field is equal to H. Magnetizing field is equal to H. In general, the magnetic induction field within the material is directly proportional to magnetizing field. That means B is equal to some constant mu into H, where mu is the proportionality constant and it is also called as permeability of the medium. From this relation, permeability mu can be written as B by H. This is the definition for mu. So here, are you understand, my students? B means induction field, H means magnetizing field, external field. On increasing external field, more amount of magnetic property will be induced within the substance, means magnetic induction within the material also increases. So B is directly proportional to H, or B is equal to mu into H. Mu is equal to B by H. So that's why mu is equal to B by H. SI unit of mu is equal to Tesla meter per ampere. Or Newton per ampere square. Why? Here mu is equal to B by H. B represented in Tesla by H value magnetic field is represented always in ampere per meter. That is equal to Tesla meter per ampere. Right? Okay. So the next, what is meant by intensity of magnetization I? Intensity of magnetization means when a bar magnet or when a bar magnetic material is kept within the external magnetic field, after some time it can be magnetized. So how much amount of magnetic property will be induced within the material, that can explain the intensity of magnetization. So it is the degree to which a substance is magnetized when placed in the uniform magnetic field. Right? It can also be defined as magnetic moment per unit volume. This is the exact definition for magnetic intensity of magnetization. Intensity of magnetization is represented by I equal to M by V. M means magnetic moment, V is equal to volume. Suppose if V equal to 1, I equal to M, means magnetic moment per unit volume is called intensity of magnetization. Right? Again, I is equal to capital M is replaced by small m into 2L by V is equal to area of cross section into length. 2L cancel, M by A. M means here pole strength and A equal to area. If A equal to 1, I is equivalent to M. That means pole strength per unit area of cross section is also defined as intensity of magnetization. That is, the pole strength per unit area is known as intensity of magnetization. Its SI unit is also equivalent to ampere per meter. Why? Pole strength. Pole strength represented in ampere meter by area is meter square, that is equal to ampere per meter. Here the SI unit of I is equal to ampere per meter. Similarly, SI unit of H is also equal to ampere per meter. Why? H is the external magnetizing field. I is intensity of magnetization within the material. If on increasing H, I will also increases. So that's why I and H both are having same units. Right? Next, third one. What is intensity of magnetizing field H? Sometimes it is also called as magnetizing force. Whatever it may be. Magnetizing force or intensity of magnetizing field. It is the degree to which a magnetic field can magnetize a substance. Are you understand? It is the degree to which a magnetic field can magnetize a substance. How much amount of magnetic property will be induced or given to the substance when it is kept inside the magnetic field. So, the strength of the external magnetic field required to magnetize a substance is known as the intensity of magnetizing field and is represented by H bar. In air medium, H bar is equal to B naught bar by mu naught. Here, mu is equal to B by H. Similarly, mu naught is equal to H bar is equal to B naught bar by mu naught, or B naught bar is equal to mu naught into H bar. In any other medium, H bar is equal to B bar by mu. B bar by mu. Right? So, what the value of capital H is independent on medium. H value is same, that is independent on the medium in which the substance placed. Its SI unit is Weber per meter square by Henry per meter. Weber per meter square is the unit for B and Henry per meter is the unit for mu. Mu means permeability. So B ki SI unit Weber per meter square by mu Henry per meter. Again, this is equivalent to volt second by ohm second into meter. Second cancel. Volt per ohm V by R. According to Ohm's law, I is equal to V by R. But V by ohm is equal to I represented in ampere. Ampere per meter. This is the ampere per meter. This conversion Henry into volt second, this conversion that may be explained in the concept of electromagnetic induction. So keep it in memory. Also, CJ's unit of H is equal to Oersted. Again, the relation between Oersted and ampere per meter is 1 Oersted is equal to 10 cube by 4 pi ampere per meter, or approximately 80 ampere per meter. Right. So the another property of the magnetic material is susceptibility. Generally, susceptibility chi can be defined as I by H. So in the same example, I will explain here. Let the intensity of magnetization within the substance is I and applied field is H. On increasing the applied field, the intensity of magnetization also increases. That means I is proportional to H. I means intensity of magnetization. I is proportional to H, or I is equal to some constant chi into H. Chi is equal to I by H, where chi KHI, where chi is known as the magnetic susceptibility. It is the ratio between intensity of magnetization and magnetic field intensity. It represented in ampere per meter. It is also represented in ampere per meter. So chi has no units and dimensions. Now here, it is the property of the substance which shows how easily a substance can be magnetized. It can also be defined as the ratio of intensity of magnetization I in a substance to the magnetic intensity, field intensity H applied to the substance. Chi is equal to I by H. It is a scalar, has no units. Next one, what is the relation between BHI? B means magnetic induction field, H means intensity of magnetizing field or magnetizing force, and I is intensity of magnetization. But before we derive the relation between B, H and I, first we should know what is meant by a solenoid. Solenoid means, suppose a wire, a metallic wire is wounding in the form of number of turns, like this. Is wounding in the form of number of turns. It is just like a spiral. Suppose one end of the wire is connected to positive polarity of the battery and the another wire is connected to negative polarity of the battery. That's why the current will flow through the given wire like this. This is the flow of current. So this spiral, in this spiral there is no medium, means only the medium is air medium. Current passing through the solenoid is equal to I, and this is the axis of the solenoid. So in the same electromagnetic moving charges and magnetism, we will derive the formula for magnetic induction at any point on the axial line. Magnetic induction at any point on axial line B can be defined as, this is equal to mu naught into N into I, where N is equal to number of turns per unit length, capital N by L, and also I is equal to strength of the current, mu naught is equal to permeability of air or vacuum. This formula is also derived in moving charges and magnetism. No need of derivation for this formula. Just like this, just ala gurtunchukondi, mu naught into Ni. Cut at any point on the axis of infinitely long solenoid is given by B equal to mu naught Ni. Here what is N? Number of turns per unit length. I is equal to current. Total number of turns in the solenoid is capital N and length is equal to L. Number of turns per unit length ante capital N by L. I is equal to current. Right? Suppose here, consider a solenoid having number of turns per unit length N and carrying a current I. This is the situation. Here, this is the empty solenoid, means within the solenoid there is no medium, only air is there. We know that the magnetic induction inside the empty solenoid is given by B naught is equal to mu naught into Ni, equation 1. Next one, when the solenoid is completely filled with a magnetic material as a core, this is the magnetic material, this is completely filled within the solenoid. It is also called as the core, with core. So the total magnetic induction field is given by B is equal to B naught plus Bm. Here B naught means when there is no core inside, the magnetic induction is equivalent to B naught. When it is kept, when the core is kept inside the solenoid, the magnetic field induced is called as Bm. Bm is additional magnetic induction set up by the core. This additional magnetic field or magnetic induction is also equal to mu naught into N into Im. Here Im is equal to magnetization currents. When this material is kept inside the solenoid, some magnetic currents will be developed in it. So that's Im is equal to magnetization current. So simply B is equal, from equations 1, 2 and 3, B is equal to mu naught into Ni, B naught is replaced by mu naught Ni, plus Bm is equal to mu naught N into Im. What is Im here? Magnetization current. That mu naught N into I plus Im. It is equation 4. Again, you know, magnetic moment. We know that magnetic moment capital M is equal to, what is the formula? M into 2L, and its SI unit is equal to ampere meter square. SI unit is equal to ampere meter square. Magnetic moment. Ampere means current. Meter square means area. Now here, the magnetic moment of the material due to each turn of the solenoid is equal to Im into A. Right? In the same way, ampere meter square I into A, per each turn magnetic moment is equal to Im into A. Im into A. If the solenoid has n turns, the total magnetic moment is equal to n into Im into A. But the intensity of magnetization I is equal to, M by V. M means n into Im into A by V is equal to A into L. A cancel. N by L is equal to small n, number of turns per unit length, into Im. So, it is equation 5. So, from equations 3 and 5, what is 3? Bm is equal to mu naught into n into Im. Here, fifth equation is I is equal to n into Im. So, B is equal to mu naught into n into Bm is equal to mu naught into n into Im. Im is replaced by Im is replaced by I by n. N and n cancel. So, Bm is equal to mu naught into I. Equation 6. Therefore, from equation 2, B is equal to B naught plus Bm. B naught is replaced by mu naught into H plus Bm is equal to mu naught into I. On common mu naught, B equal to mu naught into H plus I. So, it is the relation between B, H, I. So, students, here note this one concept or one formula, very useful for it. B naught is equal to B naught. B is equal to B naught plus Bm, or B is equal to mu naught into Ni. Again, B is equal to, suppose here mu naught into Ni. B is also equal to, the formula mu naught into H. Both sides mu naught cancel. That's why H is equal to N into I. H is equal to N into I. Magnetizing field H is equal to number of turns per unit length into current. Right? Okay. So, relation between B and H is B is equal to mu naught into H plus I. Next one, what is the relation between relative permeability and susceptibility? Relation between relative permeability and susceptibility. We know that B is equal to mu naught into H plus I. On dividing H both sides,